Apparently a creator by the name of Nimsy managed to code Fortnite in Minecraft, and I've seen some Minecraft Fortnite mods, but apparently this one really takes it to the next level. All right, let's see if he cooked.
What if I made a simpler game, but still popular?
I'm not gonna lie, this looks kind of crazy.
Oh my god, what, Fortnite? Shit, I mean, Minecraft has building and so does Fort, so how hard could it be?
It's probably a lot harder than it looks.
You know, I bet this project would only take me like 1 year.
What?
It took over 1 year
No way.
to make this. Fuck.
This looks more like OG Fortnite than it does current Fortnite.
Back before they had Thanos gloves, Kamiyamama waves, and all the flashy shit they have now, Fortnite was peak. Don't get me wrong, what they've got now is pretty cool, but it's just not the same experience as it used to be.
Yeah, it was a much more simple experience back in the day.
Minecraft, but also that experience. And considering there's a large audience of Fortnite kids I can exploit for views, I think this is a great idea.
Myself included.
Here's what we gotta make. Building, like walls, floors, ramps, the UI.
I wonder if he added editing.
Words, the HUD. Gameplay, which is basically everything you do in the game. The entire OG Season 3 Chapter 1 map.
No way.
1-to-1.
No way he actually did that.
Press play. And lastly, the test run. And let me tell you, this is by far what I'm most worried about because I have no idea how much it'll lag. Anyways, for starters, I'd rather not get sued by Epic, so how about we call this game mode Nim Night? Yes,
Nim Night. I think Epic would be chill with it. I've seen a lot of Fortnite like rip-offs
pretty simple,
and recreations.
Right? At first, I looked up other attempts.
Wait! I just saw myself. Look, that's me. Yeah, that's me, bro.
First, I looked up other attempts at remaking Fortnite and Minecraft for inspiration, but their build system, let alone their guns, were just not the best. I mean, half of them just gave you oak planks and bows, and me personally, I'm better than that. So after some testing, I decided that a wall tile in Fortnite would be equivalent to a 5x5 in Minecraft. Now we need to somehow create a
Seems a little bit tall,
because if you pay attention to the actual game, Fortnite's tiles somehow snap in place like they're in a grid. So I started messing with chunks and dividing them in different ways to sort of create our own grid system in Minecraft. But then a fellow friend suggested, why not just round the locations of where you want to place the tiles down by 4s? That way, everything would line up perfectly with one overlapping column that lets you place tiles together evenly. So that's what I did. After painfully adding walls and floors, adding the stairs and pyramids were a lot easier.
Is that a pyramid? What is that?
Bear in mind, if I told you the amount of times I had to recode the entire thing from scratch, you probably think I'm a lunatic.
I'm not gonna lie, this guy's really impressive.
Too far off. What I just showed you, this build system alone took me
sometimes it takes someone with like a crazy mindset to do stuff like this.
Finish this damn project. I don't think Mojang intended its players to be cranking 90s in Minecraft, so that's why it won't be perfect. Like, not all towers will line up on the y-axis just because of the nature of the game and the approach I went with. And because the blocks are so thick, it'll be a little more difficult to use than Fortnite, but I'm hoping it'll calm down some of you tryhards, which I doubt for some reason. Lastly, we have to add what I like to call
always be
the
tryhards.
chain effect. You know, the thing when you break the bottom of a build and when it's not connected to anything else, everything that was connected breaks? Yeah, that. This involved a lot of loops and wilds and Jesus, it just fried my brain. So I ended up getting some help.
Who helped him?
From the Denizen support team, not a therapist. Yet. And thanks to Jumpsplat 120, we got it.
Oh, nice. That's not too bad.
I'm sort of short on time, and I just want to keep it simple for now.
Low-key, that's the right move.
Sorry.
Editing is what makes Fortnite sweaty.
What?
Wait, did he...
Fine! Okay,
he added editing?
I added editing to builds. Are you happy now?
No
Because I am.
way.
As you can see, it's a little different from Fortnite and more tailored towards Minecraft's blocky style. So I can imagine players getting pretty creative with it. Next up,
oh,
the UI.
dude,
First,
it would be cool if Fortnite editing worked like that, where you can collect, like do any combination of edits.
Blocks in the player's range, just like how I did with Brimstone's map from Nimrod. The only problem being that if I use too many characters, it would kick me from the server, since each block is a colored pixel. That, and I don't think it'd be a good idea to use this minimap method for 100 different players.
You don't really need a minimap.
Post from ASD, the same guy that helped me out with the UI in my last video. He successfully made a minimap without mods, only using a resource pack and its core shaders. Or should I say he made the illusion of having a minimap. I am not gonna explain all of it because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't get a lot of it. But if you're interested in knowing how it was done, ASD is making a video on it on his channel, so I'll link it below. Anyways, then I found a program online called Unmind that let me render the map as an image that I can use for the minimap. After that, I made a new inventory design, some pixel art for our custom health bars.
Did he have the default dance?
And my favorite part of the HUD, the custom hotbar. And with
that's
that,
cool. That's cool.
The UI was complete. For
the UI is actually really nice. Like, that's pretty authentic.
Video, I painfully made Valorant spray patterns, but Fortnite's isn't as complicated, so the guns actually felt really nice with just some basic recoil effects. Satori, my talented yet lazy modeler that I met in my last video, cracked at these exquisite designs as well. I added muzzle flashes, this cool sniper scope, and even rocket riding.
No, rocket riding.
Very, very nice to use.
Is that a grenade launcher?
What do you know? Minecraft decides to ban guns for some reason.
What?
Even though they literally have gunpowder in the game. Don't worry, I'm not backing out of this project because of this, but please donate to my Patreon. After adding other simple items like bandages,
wait, so now he can't monetize it?
And even the bush, I coded the logic for chests, ammo boxes, and supply drops. And with Satori's sweet modeling skills, this is what we ended up with.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Each item has their own image, so they show up in the custom hotbar.
Ah, that's really good, bro.
Right? For the battle boss,
no, it is very clean.
Another modeler, Johnny, because Satori did not want to model a monster like that, and understandably so. And my god, it's
that's
beautiful.
Also very nice.
Let's just say there's a bit of turbulence when you're on it. Speaking of the battle bus, we have to add the ability to jump off it. I could give the players negative levitation for that sort of glide effect once they jump off the bus, or just use Minecraft's already existing vanilla gliding mechanic from Elytras. Which option do you think I used?
Elytras? But can't you fly up with Elytras?
Neither. I actually had to make my own gliding velocity logic so you can't fly around at extreme speeds on some Superman type shit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
and with a little bit of particle effect magic and actually adding the glider model, here's what it looks like. The arm bars, on the other hand, are a work in progress. I want to say you hold on to the glider telekinetically for now. Now, obviously,
you hold on with your head.
Of Fortnite if there weren't any emotes, so I'm proud to introduce to you my first and last ever block bench animation, the default dance.
Nice.
I got a video of the dance online and broke it down frame by frame to get it just right. I even remade the 3 different soundtracks that randomly play, with the third one having a slight twist. I know, I'm quite literally the best. Though the emote in-game was a little cursed for a while.
I bet you guys forgot there was 3 soundtracks.
In case you didn't know, quaternions are a more advanced way of describing rotations in 3D space. So I basically had to learn 4th dimensional concepts.
This guy had to go to university and learn all kinds of things to pull this off.
Default dance in Minecraft.
Respect though, respect.
No. Will the immense views, clout, and praise that I get from doing this be worth it? Oh,
yes,
absolutely. Besides,
for sure.
I think I learned the secret to time travel. By the time the default dance animations started to grow on me, thanks to username Max, after fixing some battle bus rendering issues which also involved quaternions, it seemed like emotes were fixed too. For slim skins, on the other hand, I don't think they're fixed yet, and that goes in my bugs I don't care about list. Let me tell you, any bugs that you find while playing this game mode, I probably have in my bugs I don't care about list. Adding the default dance animation made me realize I can also add a really cool death effect instead of the plain and boring way you die in vanilla. So using a variety of display entities, I ended up with this.
Nice.
Speaking of death, I also added every single death message possible. And finally, for arguably one of the biggest gameplay elements in Fortnite, the storm. Originally, I was just going to use Minecraft's vanilla world border, but then ASD had to make my life that much harder.
Why not make it a circle?
Beauty completely from core shaders or a resource pack, and I thought to myself, it'd be a shame not to use it. But what I didn't think to myself was how much extra pain and suffering it would be to make our own custom world border, let alone a circular one. What ASD made was cool, but it was only a proof of concept, since it was still pretty buggy and even replaced all glows, which we need for stuff like item rarities. So instead, I made a model and had ASD reuse the code he already made for the storm's animations onto the new version. But only so many angles are supported in a Minecraft item model, so the closest thing to a smooth circle I could get was a hexadecagon.
That's pretty good.
This is a slight problem because, okay, yeah, it looks fine and circular enough when it's smaller, but during the start of the game, when the storm is at its largest, it's a little inaccurate since the custom barrier we made in the code thinks it's a circle, but visually, it's not. So it may seem like you're in the storm, even though you aren't sometimes. How about we consider this a limited time game mode until we fix it, though? Now for the map. Bro, I completely forgot about the map, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. This was probably one of the most least enjoyable things I've ever done in my career as a Minecraft coding god. In other words, it was torture. I began by remaking each structure and POI tile by tile exactly the way it is in Fortnite using our very own build system. I couldn't do it any other way because I needed to give the blocks the necessary tile data for them to properly break the way they break in Fortnite. Luckily for me, back in March when Fortnite dropped Creative 2.0, some map makers actually remade the exact OG map I was looking for, which gives me a great reference. Only problem was my replay system in Fortnite was bugged and it just didn't.
It always is bugged.
Go in game, find a spot I'm remaking, stay there for as long as I can until I die to the storm, then do the whole thing over. Dude, that's so
unfortunate.
This was my life for a month or so. And every time I showered, which I'll be honest was infrequent, I was not only washing off the accumulated toxic waste that had built up from my countless hours of daily degeneracy, but also the pain and suffering that went with it. When I finished, I realized, shit, we gotta put this somewhere, that somewhere being the terrain. And in hindsight, I probably should have made the terrain first. Because if you thought the building was the hardest part of making the map, no. You thought wrong. For the next damn near 3 months, all I was working on was the terrain. You see this empty space over here? During that entire time, I did not touch the code one bit because of this. It was bad. I don't. Yeah,
I want to see. I want to see it.
Working on the terrain, I decided it'd be best.
I actually kind of want to hop on this.
Retexture the sort of skeleton builds that I made to actually make them look good. And that's where Freya comes in. He lives in Turkey, which meant I had to keep my computer on overnight for him to join my server, and during the day, I'm on my PC. So I basically had to keep my PC on 24/7 for the rest of this project. And I kid you not, I actually think it raised my room's temperature by a couple degrees. I mean, look at my wall. This is what my PC fan points to. Anyways, back to terraining. I used a program called World Painter and realized it has a cool feature that lets you create worlds based off of height maps, which are just images that look like this. So if I could somehow get my hands on the Season 3 Chapter 1 height map, then I could just convert it into a Minecraft world. So after a bit of searching, I found a Fortnite height map extractor online.
Yeah, people started making these for UEFN.
That had files for all the older versions of Fortnite. The one we're looking for being version 3.1 with the Athena terrain. So I downloaded it and used the extractor to get the height map. All we had to do now was import it into World Painter, and it didn't work.
What?
Not really. When I went in-game to see what it looked like, it was just so bumpy and blocky, meaning if we used the height map directly like this, the game mode would be unbearable to play. On the other hand, I didn't have to go inside Fortnite to calculate how tall the mountains are and stuff. I could just use this imported height map to get the general height of whatever part of the terrain I'm working on. And that's when I started to literally study Fortnite's map topography. Keep in mind, this was my first time ever doing terrain work.
This guy, like, he actually probably could win in an OG Fortnite like GeoGuessr game.
Not gonna lie, the World Painter video tutorials online were not cutting it. I started off by trying to make one decent mountain and did it over and over again until I got it just right. Then when I was happy with it, I started moving on to the rest. Eventually, I started feeling like a map maker in the 1400s after not only noting the heights of all the mountains, but also the surrounding hills of it. Fast forward to after my summer, the terrain was pretty much complete. Next I added Loot Lake, the rivers, the roads, and painted the terrain. Freya and another guy named Yuri also helped me out with the terrain's more minute details. But remember when I said I should have done the terrain first and then the builds? Yeah, well, this is where it bites me back in the ass. I had to make my own copy-paste system that not only copies over the blocks, but also the tile data within those blocks that make the tiles, well, tiles. And after, the last bit of the terrain we had to add were trees and rocks. Satori and I had built these trees from a while back that resembled the trees from Fortnite. For these trees and rocks, I coded a custom tool that lets me paste Nimnite structures as accurately as I can to the actual game. But of course, this is the project where everything that could go wrong did go wrong. And after a Fortnite update, the replay system for many creative islands just stopped working. And at this point, I was at my lowest for this project. You see, Satori and Freya, almost at the same time, basically started ghosting me, and they weren't finished with the last few things they had left to do.
They were so fed up with them.
Totally didn't get banned from the Denizen Discord server for a couple months. Let's just say some of the mods over there are pretty strict, and this project was just taking too long. I thought it would take me 3 months. Yet here I am, a year later, taking advantage of the fact that I'm feeling demotivated for the sake of this video's plot. But a wise man once asked the question, never back down, never
Nick A30 spotted?
I think you know the answer. So as any true content creator would do, I vented my frustrations on Twitter for some attention. And now we get ready for the final stretch. To complete the map, we have to place down all the chests, ammo boxes, and props. Inside the buildings look pretty dull, so I had Satori make me some interior decor right before he disappeared off the face of the earth. Since he didn't finish the rest of the models, I had to step in and show him how it's done. As you can see, I am quite the artist. Now, every couch, every chair, every bed, every bookshelf, every closet, every toilet, I will try my best to position correctly. So after coding the logic for breaking the props, with the help of my mods, I started placing them across the map. Meanwhile, I started preparing for the test run announcement. I needed a lot of players to pull this
And then
off.
it just all lags.
Basically spent a year on this project and I literally couldn't afford it to flop. So I did it. I paid for a Twitter verified subscription to boost my test run announcement post in the algorithm. You know how much flame I can get from such a maneuver? And rightfully so. But it was a sacrifice I was willing to make. As for the lobby, I don't know if it was brain rot or what, but I couldn't for the life of me think of how the menu should look in Minecraft. So I spent a week just trying out different designs, and after a lot of trial and error, ended up with this. It's pretty nice if I do say so myself. For the release date, I plan on making this game mode public on mc.nimsy.live 1 week after this video uploads. And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
is it live right now? It should be. This is a month old video. I stream the entire thing on Twitch, so feel free to check me out at twitch.tv/flimsynimsy. And if you want the full gameplay video, it's on my second channel. While we're at it, please subscribe to my channel. It's been a year since my last upload. I will subscribe.
Please, you just need to help
I will
me
subscribe.
It, please, oh god.
Right, Mochi? Mochi wants you to subscribe too, right? Oh,
but besides that, enjoy.
All right, let's see.
We got 28 people here. Jesus, guys. Okay. I think everyone spamming the emotes is kind of breaking it. I'm happy that the battle bus is working fine. I mean, there's a bit of turbulence, like I said, but
a lot of turbulence. What's going on in the battle bus?
God, I swear, if I get shot while I'm gliding still. Oh shoot. There's a guy.
Bro's cranking. This actually looks really clean.
Oh.
Bro missed the snipe. 30. Oh, he even added the damage numbers. That guy does not have any guns or something?
Holy crap, that was intense. That was something. Alright. Whoa, don't mind if I do. Who's shooting me?
Build.
Oh, shit, hang on.
Yo, I want to play this, bro. Guys, if you think we should play this on like a more SypherPK video, comment down below.
Let's go.
And I'll do a video playing it.
I'm gonna shot by another guy.
This is actually really clean. This guy did an amazing job. Huge shout out to Nimsy.
Oh, I cracked.
Is he at the Victory Royale?
That's game. Let's go.
He's at the Victory Royale screen as well. This was really well made. A lot of effort went into this. I'm glad he got a lot of views on this video. But hopefully he also got a lot of players on this Minecraft server. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if I should play this. I'll see you guys next time.